And so we've reached a point now where we really are at this fork in the road. We can go one way or we can go another, but we have to make a choice between the two, and we have to make it now. One way will take us in to a global fascist dictatorship, an Orwellian state, well within the next 10 years. When what we say, what we do, where we go, will be controlled, monitored, and imposed by a police state in every country. We're seeing it unfold by the day. The other choice is that we stop shaking in our shells or shaking in our boots. Stop keeping our heads down because we think it's easier that way. And we start to know thyself. We start to understand the full, extraordinary magnitude and genius that we really are when you sweep away, delete the programming that has put us in the state that humanity has become. And when you reach that level, you stop taking this nonsense seriously. And when you stop doing that, it stops being intimidating to you. We're told, American word you hear so often, we're told you must comply. Compliance, that's what it is. The police state, you must comply. You must not incite discord, you must comply. Well, I have this thing, I call it the non-comply dance, you know. And that is when you start to beat to this different drum. And you don't comply. You don't comply with your own enslavement. You don't comply with your own servitude. And we stop building and acquiescing to the building of our own prison. Comply! No. Do what we say! No. Your house is foreclosed! Leave! No. Hundreds of thousands of people in America, I was there for 2 months recently, hundreds of thousands of people every month are losing their homes. Now, hold on a second here. Let me just follow this round just a little bit. They're losing their homes because they've lost their jobs. They've lost their jobs because of what the banks have done. But now, because they've lost their jobs because of what the banks have done, they can't pay their mortgage to the banks, and so the banks come along and take their home when the banks have caused the problem in the first place. And hundreds of thousands of people in America are leaving their foreclosed homes every month. Why? Stay there. Refuse to leave. Then say to the system, okay, deal with that, darlings. Hundreds of thousands of people every month. You've got to come and take them out of there. Well, we can't. Of course you haven't. It's only possible for this nonsense, this grotesque injustice to happen because people acquiesce. Oh, well, we better leave. Non-compliance. Ooh, I'm inciting discord. Good. If we really look in the mirror and see the true reflection of ourselves, this system will collapse. As Martin Luther King said, the ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. We are at that time of challenge and controversy. Where do we stand? Comply or non-compliance? It just means a choice right now between fear and love. Fear is the four-letter word that has controlled this planet and this human race for thousands of years. Love is the word that will set us free. The reason we are seeing this mad panic to bring in this centralized police Orwellian fascist global state as fast as possible now is that's the schism, that is the disharmony seeking to hold on to its power
from this reharmonization. And so, on one level, things seem to be getting so bad and so extreme, and they are, in the way we play it out and experience it. But what we're actually seeing is a force of control which is in the process of being removed, in its death throes, trying to cling on to the control that that is its self-identity. Now, when I say that, this thing ain't going to crash tomorrow. And it's going to go on for a while, appearing to get worse and worse and worse, because we're in a transitional period. But this reharmonization is going to bring this down. Now, I ask this question. Who's controlling who in this whole situation we're facing now, collectively? Because collectively, what's happening? The system's collapsing. And what is this system that's collapsing? It's the system that's enslaved generations and generations and generations of people. And if that system did not collapse, then that would crush and snuff out, as it has, any attempt to create an alternative system. So what we're experiencing now, I would say, if you go to that level of it, we're seeing our prison disintegrating. Now, as that happens, we can sit in the cell, even though the bars are falling, and think, no, I'm staying here because this is my comfort zone, and I'm going to wait until those bars go back up even thicker.
And that's what they're counting on, isn't it?
Or the bars have collapsed.
Can look up and run.
I'm out of here. And it's not a case of waiting for frontman Obama or anyone else to say this is what the solutions are. They won't create solutions. They're not supposed to create solutions. We need to do it. And we do that by supporting each other, by letting the fault lines that divide us fall, and by ceasing to cooperate with the system. And when that happens, the system cannot survive.